Alrighty then. It seems to be a stream. Come on. Show me I have audio. Just some small setup issues, I guess. I'm streaming and somehow this doesn't show me any audio. Let's try another browser. Come on. I just want to hear my... That's kind of weird. It says I already had a broadcast, as if it had stopped. That's not a good sign. Okay, that looks good. So I guess I have it. Okay, so I guess we can get started. Hello everyone. Oh, I should probably test if we have game audio. So what's on the schedule for today? Well, if you're asking on the schedule for today, apart from me testing whether the audio works, is the Star Trek Online Winter event. So, yeah, okay, you have game audio, that's good, so I can mute that for now. So I just arrived on Earth Space Dock in the Sol system. You know that probably, you've been there if you've played. Yes, I know. This is my, what are they called, 24th century Starfleet captain, agent of yesterday. And this here is a rendering error, it looks like. Well, that's supposed to be Q. Let's see if I can change instances and maybe make it look a little better. Sometimes a different instance doesn't have the glitch. Okay, so that's where you arrive, usually, the transporter pad, and then you run down over there. Well, I think it's just a general bug these days. Well, anyway, so there's this big chair opposite of the clothes guy. And there is Q sitting in this chair, less impressively than usually. And you can go to him and talk to Q. You can try out Are You As Powerful As They Say? I'll just go to the Winter Wonderland. It's nothing bad, it's something funny actually. So let's go to the Winter Wonderland. Because that's what you do. Yay! Yeah, so, and this is the special event that you get for over Christmas and New Year's in Star Trek Online. So this is a character. I haven't done the winter event yet, as far as I know, so that should be the experience that any new player gets. If you're already a player, basically you don't have to do the stuff that I do now, and I'll let you know once it's finished. So he says, "Welcome to my Winter Wonderland, Nisra. I have created everything you see here for my amusement, and I'm graciously allowing you to participate in my festivities. Come, talk to me. Find out about the things you can do on this map, or to be teleported back to your humdrum world. In the meantime, enjoy all that I have provided." Okay, and so, if you want to leave from here, use the "as fun as it always is to see you, I'm ready to return home." Otherwise, oh, and by the way, if you interrupt this somehow, you can just walk up to him and talk again. So if you're a new player, you get the Welcome to Q's Winter Wonderland. Use your first Terran holiday ornament to unlock the special event reputation for winter. Open your character window, default key U, and select the reputation tab, then choose the first event. I'll just do that, okay, so he describes it here. So you get one ornament, so you say continue. So that was, by the way, the mission that was at the top of the list here before I interrupted it. Okay, so let's type the U key and go to Reputation. And here you can unlock the Winter Event Prize Vendor. If you've done this event previously, you won't see this entry. It will already be unlocked. So select here, and then here you can contribute. As long as you have something like this in your inventory, which you just got one from Q, so you should have, you can just click Contribute here and select it. And that's pretty much all. Now the Winter Event Vendor has been unlocked. You can find it here under the Store button. Winter Event. So that's where you can find all this. You don't have any currency right now to buy it with. But you see, like, there's different things. Tark fur, earmuffs, Bolian candles, things like that. So here's the thing. If you're a Space Barbie person like me, you'll find lots of nice things in here. If you're not, then scroll down to the bottom. There's several important things. First, there is the ground equipment. You will need at least one winter weapon. You have to prepare for that somehow. Also, you can buy here these nanopulse edge weapons. These are essentially like holographic melee weapons that work in the regular game. They're not for use here. So you will need one of those golden weapons up here. I haven't tried the swordfish yet, so that will probably be the first ones I will unlock, because they are new this year. The Caramel Assault is kind of like a flamethrower-ish thing. The Lurpa and the Batleth, of course, are melee weapons. I didn't find them really that useful, because if you get up close and personal, you'll get frozen. More about that later. So the thing is, in the Winter Wonderland, all your weapons are... Sorry, I'm just being distracted by a very annoying program on the screen where I'm supposed to see the chat. Okay, so now. Okay, so I'm seeing the chat again. Good. Sorry. So yeah, your regular weapons don't work here. It's like a non-combat zone. But these weapons will. So the hail is kind of like a dual guns. That's pretty nice. The snowblower is very popular. It's kind of like it has an area effect mode like a flamethrower, and also one at one target, but it essentially shoots snow as if it was a flamethrower. The big one and flurry, I think, weren't that great. Avalanche was okay, and the impaler is a sniper rifle. I don't remember freezing mist right now. I think that might have been okay as well. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of weapons here. There's also these ornaments. These ornaments are essentially ground devices. So, for example, the snowball mortar is kind of like a turret that you can set up somewhere and will shoot at everything nearby. All these ground devices have a fairly long cooldown. The Shaved Ice Gateway is like the Iconian Gateway, if you know that. Shaved Ice Flurry, I think that wasn't that interesting. Yeah, the explosive gun drops are kind of nice. They go like beep 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 in a spot until an enemy runs over them, I think. You have to you detonate it manually within 3 seconds. Avalanche is kind of like an orbital strike. Anyway, so there's a whole bunch of ground devices that you can use, and these are the ornaments. basically, you only need a weapon if you want to keep it minimal, because that's what you need for the winter event. I would recommend the snowblower for most things. And, I don't know, get a shaved ice gateway or something if you want a weapon, or a snowball mortar. If you find that Tides of Ice is getting too difficult. But you can also get these kit modules, and all those kit modules again work for the regular game, but they don't really work here. So you don't really want you want to save up for them. That's kind of the reason for the winter event. And now new, you also have training manuals where you can give your bridge officers ice-based abilities. And again, for us Space Barbie people, there are some pets. One thing to watch out for with these pets, the clothing items and things you can buy above, you can wear anywhere. The pets become static once the winter event ends. There you see they're like snowmen that walk behind you, or a snowconian is essentially like an Iconian styled snow cone that lives. But all of those go dead after the winter event. So, like, for the rest of the years, they will just be like a decoration that you can set up in some point. Kind of like the Horgan from the summer event, if you remember that little wooden statue that you just put somewhere. So the pets are not quite as useful as the costume options. And then there's also warp or singularity cores, cryoplasma infused. They have good regeneration, so that's a good thing. And there is a few more training manuals for endothermic inhibitor beam. That's a space ability, that's why it's separate. So that's stuff that you can get that's useful for the game. That whole section. The pets, if you like static pets, these manuals and kit modules, and then up there, of course, lots of outfits. And the frosted boots also work. The frosted boots are kind of fun. They reduce your traction, so you can kind of slide, but they make you faster. So if you have to run straight, you can be faster with those. So that's okay. The stuff up here you see is bought with Lobby. So if you are someone who bought a lot of lot boxes or something and has excess Lobby, you can buy like the things to catch up. But I wouldn't recommend it, because you see here this package. Oh, actually they've improved it. No, here. So the thing is, there is a event where you can get a spaceship. A tier 6 spaceship this year, and for that you need winter prize vouchers. I'll show you in a second how you get those. And you see here it says 2 to 6 winter holiday vouchers. Now the thing is, I think you need about 1,000 vouchers for the ship. So you'll need to have a lot of Lobby. Since this is 5 Lobby, you need like 5,000 Lobby to or about 2,500 Lobby, which is a lot. Like in a lockbox you usually find like 2 to 5 Lobby, and a lockbox is what, like $3 or something. So you can get about the idea. The lockbox itself not, but the lockbox keys to actually open it and get the Lobby out. And the collectible bundle is for the collectibles, like for these items that you can buy the stuff below here with. And I mean, here you get 8 of them, so that's not that bad, but it's random, so you might not get the amount of those that you need. So yeah, there's that. And here, if you go into reputation, now that you've unlocked the vendor, you can also here unlock the slot in the event for the whatever you call these, the duty officer mission-ish thing. And you see you just have to fill it with 1,000 winter prize vouchers. So where do you get those? Well, if you turn around here, you'll see there's a Breen behind Q. That's the race coordinator. So talk to him and say, okay, I want to do the fastest game on ice. Accept. And he will have told you what to do, and what to do is you run down here on the left where it says the fastest game on ice. That's the race. You go to this guy and signal him. And now 2 people signaled him at the same time. I got lucky. 3, 2, 1, run. So you run against this Breen. He's not very fast. The problem here is this ground is slippery, so try to run mostly straight if you can. And take corners early so that when you slide out to the side, you don't slide out of the track. As always in this game, the hit testing on the track is rather generous, but not quite, so you don't want to risk it too much. You don't have to be super fast. You see, I failed, because apparently double click is not set for a combat roll. So the thing is here, if you run and you slide out, you can do a combat roll. That's like double tap forward or something. So that's what you... So what when you screwed that up? Well, you go back to the race coordinator, so like the one at the very top. You go to him. It's a bit of a walk, I'm sorry, that's how it goes in this game. Talk to the race coordinator, fastest game on ice failed, restart. That's all it takes. Exit. And then turn around and walk here. I don't walk that fast because the other player just... yeah, she's starting, okay. I didn't want to try to like grab it away from her twice, and on the other hand didn't want to wait. Okay, so there she goes. So I can signal the race official. Okay, I guess I'll do that with the keyboard for now. Okay, run with shift. And so try to kind of stay ahead of like where you actually have to go. And if you're sliding out, do a combat roll and that will stop you. You see also like it stops you dead in the track, so you don't want to do that too much. But before you slide out, it's better. If you walk, you're not quite fast enough, but you can almost walk this. They're fairly generous. So just, you know, try it a couple times. You can also, you know, before you start the race, just try running in this to get a feel for it. But of course you don't get a feel for how much work it is. Like how likely it is to slide out and be counted out, because you know you only get counted out on the when you're at the end. So especially these steep turns is where you want to combat roll. For some reason this always combat rolls twice today. Not sure why that is. You see like it's generous with the hit testing. You can kind of run over that little hill and it won't be, but it's not in all spots, so you kind of get an idea after a while where you can and where you can't. So here is another turn. Careful. Okay, and that's pretty much the goal. Finish. Yay, I won. So you've completed the fastest game on ice. And now you go back to this gentleman. Maybe it's a lady, we don't really know. It's a race coordinator. And it's a Breen. Okay, so you receive the following rewards. A little bit of XP, that's always nice. A little bit of expertise. And 40 winter prize vouchers. You can do this, as you see, every 20 hours. From where you start the race, which is good. And you get 40 for it. So that means for 1,000... I can't do maths. Let me just check, because 1,000 by 40, that means you need about 25 days. Now keep in mind December has 31 days, so that means if you do this from now until well, the 28th, since it's already the 3rd of December. It's been going for 3 days. But anyway, you know, like shortly after Christmas, you'll be you'll have enough vouchers to get the ship. So it's not impossible. The event goes until like early January. I think it used to go until like 10th or 15th or something. I haven't really seen the dates right now. Oh, but we can look them up. If we go to, I think it's the mission log. Yeah, here in the overview of the mission log, you can have the winter event. It goes all December until 12th of January. So that shouldn't be too hard to do. Like every day, log in quickly, do this run, log out, that's it. You only have to do it on one character. It unlocks the ship for everyone. That's new in recent years, which is really nice. Yeah, anyway, so you go here, you contribute 40 to the voucher, and 40 vouchers to this thing, and then in the end you get a ship unlock. That's pretty much all there is to the starship. I mean, it's a little bit of work, but it's okay. Oh, and I'm perfectly timed. Let's go over to the Klingon ice fishing. I'll have to be quick though, because I have to unlock it on this character first. So here on the pond there is Klingon ice fishing, which is one of the I think it's like half-hourly or something games. So first what you have to do is go here to this fishing master, talk to him. He'll tell you the story of Klingon ice fishing and get the mission learning to ice fish. What it does is it gives you this box and you can collect a free fishing gauntlet. But it's already starting. Okay, so now we got this gauntlet, so let's equip it as a weapon. And then you go here on this spot and hit the key for that. I guess the mission doesn't work right now. Does this one work at least? No, it doesn't, which is... Oh, right, because I have the wrong weapon. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, as you see what they're doing... Okay, you hit, like, with 1 or 2, it doesn't matter. And you pull out a fish out of the hole. Okay, so we need to beat this one into submission. With the smaller ones you don't need to do that. You need to kind of alternate between your primary and secondary trigger here, 1 and 2 on my keyboard. And then you deposit the fish here in the middle. That's how it goes. Okay, so now we've learned to ice fish. Now we'll do this seriously in this mission. Essentially you just hit like one once and you get something out. As you see, it's a tiny fish. Deposit it, and for how many fish you deposit, you get that it counts like total fish offered, so it means like a huge fish counts as more. Oh no, that's total. That's like, I guess, the team. And of course this pond is kind of slippery. So be careful and do your combat rolls like a good... Oh, and now again beat the big fish into submission. Okay, I have a fish. So now you see this big, it's like a Hala or something is showing up. So better get rid of your fish. Now I can't really fight him yet because I don't have an ice weapon. I can, however, pick up some snowballs. Okay, and those snowballs are like a ground device, so you can equip them. And they show up somewhere in your tray, in my case on the 4 key, so I can throw the snowballs at him if I'm close enough. That is taking a while to cool down. Okay, now So of course you won't really be doing much good with the snowballs. They don't do that much damage. You really need a weapon for this to work well. Be a little careful with those snowballs if you're... oh, I'm out of snowballs. If you don't have anything targeted and you throw a snowball... Oh, okay, it's done. Let's do the... So if you don't have anything targeted while you throw snowballs, you you like throw it at yourself and you reduce your traction. You don't really want that. Catching some really small fish today. And as you see, you get like little things for that as you do the mission. So you don't really have to do it constantly, like the whole way through if you don't want to, but you can get a few more fish, a few holiday ornaments and stuff for that. And ornament fragments, which are also a kind of holiday currency these days that you can turn in. Oh, I've got a fairly big fish. That's nice. Large fish. Okay. I've never had one that is like as tall as me yet, but this is the second time I'm playing this game, so... Isn't that nice? Catching candy fish. Okay, get rid of our fish to increase the counter. Get some snowballs quickly. Whoops. I guess I got a kick by this. By the way, you can take a whole bunch of snowballs, which I will do, so I don't have to run back. I think you take about 20 each time. And that's basically how you can get started with any of these missions, with any of these found missions, is you get a bunch of snowballs. Yeah, come on now. So the thing is, even if you're not doing that much damage, you know, you're getting at least... My guess is you're at least getting credited for, you know, taking part in the battle. If you take a little bit of damage. By the way, you also might want to use your sidestep key occasionally to avoid attacks here. Whoops. Like this, you see. Okay. Okay, another fish. So that's pretty much how this one goes, so it's not that interesting, but the next one won't start for a while. Oh, it's already done. Here's another fishing hole. Nice fish. The fish animation is kinda nice. Oh, got a tiny fish. That was a little buggy, I think. Small fish. Hole already done. together, collect fish. Oh, already there. That's pretty much all there is. After a while you get... yeah. But so this is, I hope, at least a little bit interesting to even people who already know. Oh, and now I have to beat down that fish before I can get started. Come on. Yeah, now, okay. And you see I kind of alternate between 1 and 2, which, like, 1 is punch the fish, and the other one is hit the fish against the ground. And now throw stuff against... Oh, I haven't gotten anyone targeted, so that's... You see why my feet are suddenly snowy, because I threw snowballs at myself by accident. So always make sure you've got something targeted. With these snowballs. And you see the others here. That's a snowblower coming from the right. There's a mortar on the left. And other people with other weapons. And you just have to get this big guy. And of course, it helps occasionally to... And you see, like, on the left I got some gratitude beads. Whoops, wrong key. Woo!
That is a legendary fish. Carry it as best you can to the offering plate.
Cool, finally a monstrous fish. Good that it happened on stream. Whoa! A little splashed, but none worse for wear. Aww. Cute little fishy. And again, to stop, use your combat rolls, people. Tiny fish. The random numbers. And again, you get some ornament fragments and stuff. I guess it's not about the size of the fish, but about the count. Count. Hard word. It's a fun idea, this game. Not like a super awesome new mechanic, but you know, it's okay. Quickly deposit the small fish. And now, again, throw our snowballs. Oh. Really go out of the way. Horrible key here to have it on the 8. Tries to hit me. So general, like the Ahala that you may have seen if you've played earlier Star Trek Online levels, this guy, you know, try to stay behind him or something. and avoid the throwing. Uh-oh. Ah, too late. You see, you get thrown quite a ways. Okay. Now there's more snowballing. I'll just go for a quick run and get more snowballs, though. You get, what is it, 25? Okay, so let's go back to one of the fishing holes. Hey. Okay, I guess it's done now. Yeah. It kind of just stops when you run out of time. You can hand out a few more, but that's it. Let's see if we have to turn in. No.
Warriors certain, of course, the new year is upon.
Okay. So that was it with the Klingon ice fishing. I think it's a funny little event. Next would be cones of conduct. Now let's just take quick inventory of how many ornaments I got. It's not many, so it'll be a little bit of work. That said, I stockpiled a few.
The snowmen aren't taking too kindly to our building a village in their territory, and they're planning an attack.
That is the next event, cones of conduct. You don't have to be there at the start. Like not this one. So let's go to the holiday item vendor. He's on the way. And see, you could buy unmelting snowballs, but I don't. So the other ones melt after a while, but you know they're free. It's fine. The frosted boots, by the way, are what people use for ice skating on the pond. So let's see if we right. So here in the middle is an important spot. There's queues-friendly customer service, which is bank service and things like that. And most of the things that you get here, like not the actual weapons and kit modules and things, those are bound to character, but like the actual ornaments and things are bound to account. Not even there. They're actually, you can even trade them, I think. So I can go to my account bank and grab a few ornaments here. Let's just, let's see. Let's swap those out, so on the way back. So now I hope I have as many ornaments as I need for something. Yeah, it looks like I have a whole bunch. So I could get a better fishing gauntlet. And I can get a swordfish. I think I'll get a blue swordfish for now, because I've never had one. And let's see how much I have. Yeah, I still have. So also a snowblower. And that should be enough. So as you see, like you need pretty much 8 of everything to get a snowblower. Well, 5 of the other 2. So some of them are a little rarer than the others, so that's why. But you know, it's not a problem really to get those. Like 1 or 2 of these events, and you should have them. I'll show you a few other spots where you can get enough weapons and things. So let's equip those 2 for now. So that's the snowblower and that's the swordfish. So let's go and use it. The swordfish is a melee weapon, so it probably just looks funny, but isn't really useful. So here, behind the gazebo, there is the gingerbread village, and that's where the cones of conduct happen. You see there's like purple arrows, so you see like, oh, this is the current event and all its objectives. Should be fine. So just run down there. You can run through the house to get to... And there's a whole army of snowmen attacking, basically. And what you have to do is collect these gumdrops and ice shavings. So essentially it's a sword. What a surprise there. And we can melt candy. But be careful if those snowmen hurt you too much, i.e. your health goes down. Oh, and you can unfreeze spots if you can find the... Yeah. And that gives you shaved ice. And you also get shaved ice like as random loot drops here. But that's something you want. So now let's collect another bit of candy. And so by shaving the ice off the building, you get... you kind of protect that building from freezing. But of course, if you're attacked, it'll interrupt you, so be careful. Okay, let's go over here. This is where you deliver the syrup, if you have some. And all of this goes together to... and here, with this grinding thing, you deliver ice. And from that we build a Snowconian, which he's usually in here, but now we've already have enough. So this guy back there is the Snowconian, and this is the Snow Overlord. I'll quickly switch weapons to the Snowblower. And the secondary fire on the on that is like the primary fire only gets like one enemy. Let's scrape some more ice. So why am I still scraping ice when we have the Snowconian? Well, it adds health to the Snowconian. And so the secondary fire is more an area of effect thing and can hit more people at once. And so all you have to do is collect this stuff at this winter event. Oh, and these loot drops here are shaved ice, and I'm frozen, as you can see, because I took too much damage. So you don't die from these, you just get frozen for a second. Those icicles that are stuck in those enemies are from the sniper rifle, by the way. So let's deliver some syrup. You see the health. So the more syrup and shaved ice you give, the better the Snowconian will do. Collect the shaved ice if you can. And I'm frozen again because snowmen are throwing too much snow against me. I don't know, I like these weird this idea of this Winter Wonderland. I mean, it's, you know, it fits in Star Trek because it's Q, you know, so he keeps doing crazy stuff. So quick, free this building at least, so that it'll hopefully take longer to freeze. Can't seem to Come on, scrape the ice away. Oh, he's already freezing it. That's not good. Yeah, that's not doing too well. Yeah, I got some ice off of it. Good. Let's save the building. Our Snowconian is doing pretty well. We don't even need the snowballs anymore now that we have the weapons. So let's go deliver some shaved ice, because we have a lot. Hopefully that will help our Snowconian. Let's heal our Snowconian again. Whoops. He's throwing ice at me. These groups of snowmen are really useful for the secondary fire of the snowblower if you don't get frozen before that. I'm frozen as well. Unfreeze my heart, or something. It's looking so good. Yeah, so don't forget... Oh, that's an shaved ice gateway, by the way, that rainbowy thing on the left of the snow overlord. Okay, so they seem to have a bug this year where the snow overlord just stands there. Usually there should be an animation where he runs away. For some reason that doesn't happen. But that's pretty much it, and I got a whole bunch of additional ornaments, I guess. So that's good as well. You don't really have a use for the shaved ice here. It just uses up inventory space. Also, they've limited how much you can carry of it. But hey. Okay, so once you're here, there's one thing you can also do, and that is go over here. And you see here, there is a pie contest breen. Start pie eating. And then go over here, where there is a pie contest. Just start eating pie. So you just push the button and eat one pie. So now try to, you know, like get the ones in a row. So if there's like one gap and then another one, don't go in that direction, of course. Try the other one. Also, those NPCs eat pies as well. So you want to be a little careful. And also, of course, if there's other players, they might eat some pies too. So kind of try to change direction if you can. And try to recognize kind of how which pie looks. And then you just have to be as fast as you can. You see, I have 30 seconds remaining and I've eaten 5 pies. And some pies take longer than others. And so you want to eat as many as you can in the given time. And by the way, you can eat like quickly. Well, like if you're in the last second or something, start eating. It's okay. You finish. You can finish out of even though it's already gone. You know, it counts as an eaten pie. Ten pies. Yay, that's good. And now you go back to that guy. And you can get, you say, I'm finished, okay, count. You ate 10 pies, great. And you get a few ornaments with which you can buy stuff like these weapons. So if you're only starting, I actually recommend go here, eat a few pies. I think the cooldown is like 15 minutes, so it's a good way to get a few ornaments going for your first weapon.
The gate to the Winter Wonderland. They will arrive in 1 minute.
Yeah, so you want to go and get a few ornaments here, then do one of the events with snowballs, then come back until you can afford a weapon. But it's pretty okay to just go here and get a few without having a weapon, you know, just by pie eating. So it's a good way to start. So now we're going to the Tides of Ice, which, by the way, if you go here, you see like all the next events coming up. So Tides of Ice has basically already started, but that's fine. The only thing where you need to be in time is the race. The competitive race, I must say. So this race, you saw that, you start that whenever you want. The others are on rotation, according to that winter event schedule at the top. So what you do here is, you go here. Usually you're a little ahead of time. And now, as you enter this platform, you can join the battle. Oh, and it's actually still starting, okay.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge lanes.
Ugh. No, I'm not alone. Okay, good. So here, there are several things. This is kind of a tower defense thing. There's guys coming down the lanes, snowmen coming down the lanes. And you wanna fight against them. And as you see, there's like a whole bunch, so of course, it kind of is a good opportunity for the snowblower. I just want to try out my... Okay, and for every wave you get a few ornaments. So let's switch and snow blow them away. Have a little look at these here. So that means... Oh, on the blue lane apparently there is nobody. Let's see what's Blue Losange. That's over there. So there's nobody there, or not enough, and they're already breaking through. You don't want to let them get to this gate. Oh, and now I'm frozen. I think we'll lose our first.
Down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge lanes.
So it seems we lost 5. There's a little bug sometimes where some snowmen will spawn like directly in this spot here, so nobody can do anything. Okay, so you see these towers that are shooting at everyone, at the snowman? You see the red triangle? That means that the tower has just been incapacitated. So that's when you go there and repair the tower, so it will shoot at
Snowmen are coming
the
down
enemies.
Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and
That gives
Blue
you more
Lozenge
time.
Lanes.
You see another one over there. You see, like, they're breaking through several of these walls. So either we're not enough players, or
Snowmen are coming down Crimson
people are
Cube,
not
Gold
paying
Sphere,
attention
and
to
Blue
the
Lozenge
towers.
Lanes.
Be careful though, they will attack you, the snowmen.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere,
Oh, and these
Blue
huge
Lozenge Lanes.
snow monstrosities, by the way, break up into several snowmen. Okay, I'm frozen, but I got a few ornaments for... Wait, wave 3? At least. So I guess we're just not enough. In general, it's better to be down
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold
Whoops,
Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
at the end or something than in here, because you get frozen a lot, as you can see, the closer you are to the spawn point.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
Trying to get away from the snow. Yes! I did it. Oh, I need to see if I can make it. It doesn't look good.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
Oh, that was lucky. While frozen, I managed to turn it on again. I don't want to be frozen. No.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
And I'm frozen again. Oh, and this tower is out of order again. But someone is restoring it. Okay. The other one over
Snowmen
there
are coming
is
down
one where I
Crimson
should
Cube,
go.
Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
Basically, if you're not many
Snowmen
people,
are coming
you'll
down
eventually
Crimson Cube,
probably
Gold
find
Sphere, and
yourself
Blue
going
Lozenge
mainly
Lanes.
down here, because there you can, like, catch every wave.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
Okay. Frozen again, but at least did something.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
These have shields, that's not too much fun.
Snowmen are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes.
But yeah, this is pretty much how it goes. And you get a few ornaments depending on... I think you get more ornaments if you're doing well. I don't know if that's like you personally doing a lot of damage, or your team just not letting through
Snowmen
anything.
are coming down Crimson Cube, Gold Sphere, and Blue Lozenge Lanes. Snowmen are coming down all 4 lanes. Snowmen are
Alrighty then. I kind of like this. I don't know. I mean, it's not like, you know, too intellectually challenging or anything, but it's kind of fun.
Snowmen are coming down all four lanes!
And I'm frozen again. That's
Snowmen are
not
coming
looking
down
too
all
good.
four lanes! Snowmen are coming down all four lanes!
As you can see, there's still... It's a little bit annoying that this wave thing with the reward is kind of a click away thing that happens during the match. I mean, you know, don't take away the prizes from me,
Snowmen are coming down all four lanes!
but it would still be kind of nice to just have that, you know, like, you know, scroll that along the top or something.
Snowmen are coming down all four lanes!
I think we don't have any... I'm not sure if I want to go up and, sorry, no whole sentences right now. Yeah, a lot of our towers are down.
Snowmen are coming down all four
I think I'll go
lanes!
up and try to get a few towers, just to slow things down for us a little. Ah, it refreshed itself.
Resistance is futile.
Okay, and now the Snorg Queen shows up,
Snowmen are coming down all four lanes!
which is this big one here, and which you want to attack because if you're not frozen, of course, because
Snowmen are
like the
coming
whole
down
thing
Crimson Cube,
stops,
Gold
but don't
Spirit,
let
and Blue Lozenge
let
lanes.
enemies through. So we got her. And no more snowmen left. Okay, good. That's nice. Okay, so we got the Snork Queen and we got some info. Some whatchamacallit, some ornaments. So that's how it goes. Of course, if you're doing this with snowballs, yeah, good luck. No, I mean you still get. I think you still get a few ornaments, but it's not that good. Oh, and by the way, you can interact with these snowmen. I think you get an achievement. Who knows? Okay, so that's Tides of Ice, and now comes the competitive race, which is kind of like if you've done the daily race. It's kind of the same thing, just over a different track and against other players. So basically you go up here. There's no like explicit interaction to sign up. You can get a slightly dated description from this guy. He talks, for example, about a wooden area. There's the only wood here is trees as far as I can see. Everything else is metal and either ice or glass or something. If it isn't marble. I don't know, marble something. Anyway, so you go up here. He'll also tell you, oh, that's one important thing, so what you get for it. You get EPO tags. So like on New Romulus, what are the rewards? So first place gets 12 EPO tags. You can research 6 tags per day. Second place gets 6, third place gets 3, and completing the race without placing grants 2. So, like, if you do 3 races and don't make any of the early places. And you know, like you see the competitive race happens like twice in a row, then there's ice fishing, cones of contact, tide of ice again, and then there's competitive race again. So there's enough opportunities. Like if you're on once in 1 hour and once in another hour, you get those tags. And from these tags you get epos, and these epos you can trade in for reputation marks. Once you've raised them, you get more reputation marks, but it's essentially like epos on New Romulus. Or like the birds in the summer event, or the monkeys, if you've already done this summer. So that's a pretty nice thing to have, so because it gives you something for the game. Either you get a cute little pet, or you can raise them and then exchange them at the GPL converter for reputation marks. Put them in the meat grinder, as you'll find some players call it. If you look in the chat or something, sometimes people will ask, like, what is this for? And then we'll say, no, you just put them in the meat grinder. Anyway, yeah, that's what they're for. So anyway, that's the race, which we will be doing in a short moment. So like when it starts, that's the point where you sign up, and then it'll take, I think, like 30 seconds. Okay, now you see if you're in this area here, you can click here, join the race. You won't be able to do that if you're like outside, so make sure you're up here at the time. Now it says waiting for race, and you see here like 44 minutes, so you have about a minute from the point where it starts officially here. Like the first minute is just to be there and sign up. Actually only 2 people here. Sometimes it pays to go on, like, to change instances and go to an instance that has few people on it, because that means there will be fewer racers. But of course for other things you want more players, so it's a bit of a jumping around thing. Okay, competitive race begins. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, run. Try to run fairly straight. Do the combat roll again. You can use these walls to kind of keep you from sliding off. Be a little careful here, because it's easy to slide out. And try to jump far so you don't fall into the hole and hurt yourself. Okay, and then run, run, run. Ooh, that wasn't good. Barely managed to jump over it. Usually I try to pass on the left of it. Okay, combat roll, and now try to run straight. Yeah, if you don't get stuck on that last rock. And here in the end there's flags that you have to catch. Oh, I actually managed to be first. That's good. And I even got the title Fast and Furious. And now there's a second. I guess this was someone who didn't sign up. I don't know, I didn't saw her catch the flag. So usually there's more flags here, like second, third, in different spots they pop up. So if you run there, you know, if you see someone already in front of the first flag and about to stop, of course this is slippery, so they might just run past it and you might be able to grab the first flag anyway. You could just, like, passing by grab it though. Then you might be smarter from the back heading for the second flag, and then the first, like the one in front of you maybe, who would be second place, you can take the flag away from them, because, you know, stopping is part of the game, and catching the flag, not just being at that point as the first in time. That's just how it's set up. There's many people who say like, oh, but I was second and someone grabbed my flag. No, well, that's the thing, you have to aim. Okay, so now we have the Epo tags, and what do we do with those? Well, we go over here to the Epo lady. I'm so glad I would have made second place as well, I guess, because we were only 2 people running. So you talk to the Winter Epo researcher and say research Winter Epo tags, and you get this duty officer mission for 6 tags, so you can begin this assignment and you can research tagged Epos now. And then from that you'll get the Epos. Once you have Epos, you can go to her and raise them, and once you have an Epo Elder, you can go here to the GPL conversion unit. And here you have a store, and you will see you can get a mark package multiple choice for an Epo Pup and things like that, so you get different mark packages. And of course you get more marks from that one, from the ones with the higher Epos. There's also some Epos who are just intrinsically more worth, you know, like, because they're, I don't know, green or whatever here, like the Gumdrop Epos or something, or Extreme Lime, Sugar Plum with bow. Also, those with bows are worth more than those without bows and things like that. But, you know, that's the random number generator, gives you what kind of Epo you have. But by raising them to an Elder, you get enough. I think you can only do 1 Epo research at a time, so I'll have to come back tomorrow with this character and raise the other one. And research the other one. And then I have 2 to raise. And you can raise them simultaneously, though.
Aren't Epos adorable?
Anyway, so I think that was all of the missions that we have. Yeah, then it starts with Klingon ice fishing again. So I guess we've been going almost an hour now. I hope it was fun for anyone here. I'm not seeing anyone in the chat, so I don't know if that's just broken for me or if you're all very, very quiet people, but if you have any questions or want me to show something, let me know. Otherwise, you know, I'm a person with a fish. With a fish mission in the Winter Wonderland. Yeah, so, fun game. I like the winter event just because it's so wacky, and, you know, it's still shooting like most of the games today, but it's, you know, it's less, you know, about, like, being killed and waiting for respawns or something. It's just like, okay, you're frozen for a moment. It's nice. I don't know. Yeah, it's just the event they picked here. And you'll probably get fed up with the things the NPCs in this gazebo here say, like, peace is good for business, and the Epo researcher, don't you want an Epo friend, and things like that, but that's fine. What I miss from the last couple of years is you don't get the snowball fights anymore. Like, the last couple of years, like, of course, they added the ice fishing, and I guess that's... But no, that replaces the thing... the Snow Overlord on the lake. So, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to show you one thing. Okay, so... anyway, so we have cones of conduct, competitive race, and there was, like, all those snowmen that you see on the map basically came alive at some point during the game, and you had to fight them. Of course, that was like on the entire map, so it was a little bit annoying. I mean, usually you were immune when you were doing the race, but if you're just on your way to go to the Epo researcher or whatever, and then this event happens, you just had to fight your way through.
Hugh loves all the little creatures.
So that wasn't quite as interesting, especially for beginners. Okay, so there's one more thing. There's the Winter Invasion queue that still exists. You can also find that, of course, with all the other queues in here. Winter Invasion, it's the featured queue right now, so you can play that regularly if you want to.
Good for business.
So I'll do that as a last. Join Winter Invasion queue. Okay. And that's it already. Engage. There's a few things to watch out for in the Winter Invasion queue, that's why it's actually worthwhile. The rewards aren't that great, but you know, if you like a more traditional queue to run through, this is a nice short and sweet one.
Welcome to the gingerbread colony! You've arrived just in time. The sugar-hating snowmen are on their way. Several members of our town council are still trapped in the village. If you could rescue them and beam them back to my house, we can start giving those cold-hearted snowmen their just desserts. Snowballs and snow guns are the only weapons that will work in Gingerbread Colony. So if you don't have a snow gun handy, take a moment to stock up on snowballs. The baker known as Q likes to drop presents and candy throughout our village. As a reward for assisting us, you are welcome to keep any presents or candy you find.
Okay, so that's fairly straightforward. If you don't have, you know, a weapon, go here and collect snowballs. Apparently we have 2 people who don't have any weapons yet. Go. Okay, now it opens up and you can start fighting these snowmen. I think I'll switch to my snowblower because there are hordes of snowmen. So there are some spots where you can see, oh, for example, here's a freezing gingerbread colonist. They spawn like not quite reliably, so you'll have to see where there is one. There's also usually a, sometimes there are gifts somewhere here. So check for those, like there's the stairs up here. It's a little hard to get in here. Sometimes something up here. No, not either. You can't go jump down there. Someone else has rescued a gingerbread colonist. Someone is slightly frozen here. Sometimes there's also something up there. You just have to like check out the various stairs, I guess. So there's colonists sometimes that you can save. There's pretty much always one up here. Freezing. So there's different ones. There are freezing ones and there are like council members that you save. So I found the hidden recipe? Interesting. I didn't even know. Is there anything up here? No. Oh yeah, here is little candy. Shield boost. Okay, and now the important thing here is when you get here, don't go to the right, turn left into this little thing. This is where the Yeti lives. And so that's where you go first. You fight this guy. That's the Yeti, as you can see. Well, he's a little rendering a little badly right now. Okay, you've got him. Let's see if there's anything. There's some more candy here. Because many people just run straight ahead. Sometimes these gifts are live. And so once you're done, go out there.
I rule all the
Yeah, and
lands of ice and snow.
fight this guy here and his minions. The one thing, these minions kind of refuel him, heal him, so you kind of don't ignore them in favor of him. Uh-oh. And roll out of the way. Yeah, if that circle is around you, don't stand there.
Winter's might. I'll be back when the snow falls.
Okay. We've got him. Okay, and you get a few things. Usually a few ornaments and a mysterious box. Rudolph has joined the map? What? What was that? That sounded weird. Okay. So now we're back and we can look. So yeah, most of this stuff was just regular ornaments. We got this one mysterious box of cookies and treats, so you can just, it's like a lockbox, you can double click it and open it. In this case I just got a few ornaments.
I have winter items.
Sometimes there are interesting things in there, like ground devices that you can use, stuff like that. So that's something you might want to try. Like some of the pets, like the gingerbread people, for instance, those pets you can get from this queue.
The time to fish has come. Find honor or a good death. Kapla!
Okay, so now there is again the ice fishing, and I guess I'll leave you with this image of ice fishing people on the lake in the Winter Wonderland. I hope you enjoyed this little tour. I don't know, I like it. I may not, you know, like I realize every time I like listen to one of these again that I do, I don't really sound that happy. I sound rather serious and critical most of the time, but actually yeah, I like this. It's fun. I'm kind of grinning, you just can't hear it. So, I don't know, go in there. Star Trek Online is a free-to-play game, by the way, so if you haven't played it yet, just go to StarTrekOnline.com, download the client for your PC. There's also now a version for console, I think for Xbox and PS4. So Xbox One, I guess that would have to be. So you can also play it on those. I don't know how the winter event, I think it probably happens there as well. It looks lovely with that big fish. But anyway, so you want to be, you want to try this out. Try the winter event. One thing, you have to be level 10 or higher, I think, to do the winter event. So you'll have to do the tutorial and a few missions first. But as I said, you have 25 days. So given this event runs until, let's make this wider. I made this tiny once, I guess. So if you look at the calendar, so these are 12 days. So that means, like, if you can get 7, 14, if you can, you know, like in the next 2 weeks get your character to level 10, you're fine. You can just play this winter event as well and unlock some of the stuff. When in doubt, you know, if you don't know what things are useful, I would say look at the vendor store. Here, I mean. So the stuff that you can use outside the game would be frosted boots, although those are not super useful. And these melee weapons, although I mean you get other melee weapons for situations where you need them. in the game. So like you get a regular Batleth if you play a Klingon. You can get a sword from one later mission or a Batleth. You can even pick which one you want. So it's not as if they're hard to get. And of course those kit modules are kind of nice, and you know, they're science, engineering, tactical, so depending on what kind of Star Trek career you're playing, and they're not really that different, you know, it's not like a science officer can't totally do it, it's just like your mix of abilities is slightly different. It's not as hard a tank, healer, warrior, or DPS, whatever they call it, split, like you have in other games. You know, so really just like pick for whatever you want and unlock those modules. And you should be fine. And of course get the ship. I think the ship is probably the most interesting part here because it's a tier 6 ship, and you generally don't get a free tier 6 ship. The higher tier stuff is usually what you buy in the store. So getting a ship in the winter or the summer event is kind of the way for free-to-play players that don't buy stuff from the store to get the right appropriate equipment and not have to fly around with a smaller ship. And those training manuals are kind of nice to get your bridge officers. So like you have companions that you can run around with in other missions. And in Star Trek Online, like, you know, like your away team, and you can slot in abilities for them, and that's what these training manuals are for. Like each manual lets you train one character in one ability, in this ability that the manual is for. And on the other hand, the kit modules are things that your captain gets, like they go in here. So I can actually put stuff in there. Why don't I have that yet?
Q loves all the little creatures. Even
But
you.
many of these items are, as you can see, like level 12 or something. Okay, corrosive grenade is, I think, something I got elsewhere. I don't remember. I don't think that's from the winter event.
So handsome.
But anyway, so those kit modules are kind of things that you that give you abilities. You know, like you can throw a grenade all of a sudden and things like that. So that's what they're for. Anyway, yeah. So I would recommend, you know, get the kit modules. Maybe get, if you're a Federation or Klingon character, get the warp core. If you're a Romulan character, get the singularity core. You can just compare, like, what does my ship have? So my ship has a warp drive, so I'll get the warp core because those are special. You only get them during the winter event. But like all the snow weapons or something, you just need one of them that you can live with to unlock more of these items. So
A wise man can hear profit in the
so that's really what you can do here at the winter event, even if you have a new character, you know, and then later when you level up, you can say, okay, here I have this cool item, I can finally use it. Well, have fun playing this game, whatever platform you're on. This, what you're seeing here, is on PC, by the way. Console, the UI looks slightly different because you don't have a keyboard, of course, so you have kind of like a radial menu to trigger abilities, but I hear they've done a pretty good job at it. So anyway, hope you have fun with this winter event, and see you in game. Bye bye.